Right, Campbell's comments now, doing something very different. Mark Barton, breakfast show. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. It's nice and cool where I am, mate. Sunny Goulburn, or not so sunny Goulburn this morning.
I must say, this puffer vest is the greatest thing Nutrien have ever given me. I'm not bad on the free clothing, don't worry about that. But right at the minute here in central Victoria, it is ridiculously cold. So it is very, very cold. We're here to do a few things, mate. We're trying something different. We're going live on Facebook. So if anyone is up and watching and they want to get involved, please do. There's no hassles there at all. That's what we try to do, is try and do things differently. But we're here to promote big sale coming up for Yirribee Standardbreds.
Yeah, it is, mate. Look, it's an exciting opportunity for our business, but it's an important chapter in the sport or in the industry. You've got the largest stable in New South Wales. That there's great opportunity. There's been some fantastic horses bred there, and it's just their horses bred on a little piece of paradise there on the Murrumbidgee River.
It is paradise. It's a beautiful part of the world. There's no hassles there at all. I just had someone give me a message. I don't know where it came from. It is and it's a bit of a sad occasion, I think, for a lot of harness racing people, because Yirribee's been there for a long time, and I don't think people expected it ever to probably stop. I reckon is one of the realities that's probably hit in with a few people. So, dispersal sale, but a sensitive dispersal sale in a way for you guys.
Yeah, it is, mate. There's just over 100 lots now. But like I say, you look at the number of horses, mares that have been bred there, been adjusted there. The racing product is derived from properties like these. So it's an important opportunity to see these genetics retained in the industry, and ultimately there's a lot of weanlings there that deserve their shot in the racetrack.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go through some of those horses, but what I want to do initially is actually make sure people are aware, I suppose, some of the best ways to go about it. One is to log on to the Nutrien Equine website, which is underneath there, nutrienequine.com.au. Basically, follow the links. Go to Standardbred section. For the Standardbred section, go to the Yirribee Complete Dispersal Sale, and it'll give you 4 options, Bardo.
Yeah, that's it, mate. The other ways, even if you get to the homepage, nutrienequine.com.au, and just scroll down past that home head of the photo that's there, you'll actually see a series of quick links. It might be at past sale results. It's both Standardbred and performance horse, but you'll see the Yirribee link is there too. So if you scroll just down a little off the home page, that'll also take you straight to the catalogue, mate, to make it as easy as we can.
Now, the beauty of this, to make things easier, keep listening to people and people understanding sales details is the first one. Online catalogue, pretty self-explanatory, but we will go into that in a sec. But the third one down, Yirribee Bid Card Rego. Now, this is to make it a lot easier. This is so that people can go through to the Auctions Plus site. The Auctions Plus website is there on the screen now, basically auctionsplus.com.au. But you can also go straight through this link to actually register for your bidding. Yeah,
correct, mate. So the idea, any of these specialty sales, the system, it requires pre-approval. It's like any equine sale. You need to be pre-approved by the sales agent, sales company. So if you register with our guys, if you've registered for our Witter Woolies or any of our other sales online, it'll be a very simple process. We then just send those details through to Auctions Plus. So when you open your account, or you've already got an account, a lot of people now with Auctions Plus, you're automatically registered to bid. So it's a matter of just get yourself a bid card, just like going to a normal physical auction where you go and get a new bid card every time you go to sale. It's the same process.
Yep. And then the other important part I want people to be aware of is the sale dates, so that people don't get themselves confused. The sale dates are there on the bottom. So it starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday the 25th of June and goes through to 6 o'clock Monday the 27th of June. It was going to be a weekend sale. It's changed because of the state of origin. You guys play some silly game up there?
Yeah, look, anyone from New South Wales, which I am, I was actually unlucky enough to watch the Blues get done in Sydney a week ago. So we reckon there'll be a fair few New South Wales people watching that on Sunday night. So we made an executive decision. I'd say we'll be all celebrating late on Sunday. And
go through the Monday. The reason I want to clarify that is because this weekend coming from approximately 10 o'clock, all going well with Campbell's comments and how he works, and also Nutrien Equine, we will be going live from Yirribee with a pre-parade, and this parade will be filmed. It'll definitely be recorded for archives so people can go back over it, but you're also going to have some people there as well, Bardo. But it's a way of, I suppose, showcasing these horses a week out, getting back into this online and leading the way in what you guys do.
Yeah, look, it was a decision we made. We had a number of people interested, particularly in the weanlings. But can I get to the property? Can I see the mare, and then can I see the foals? You know, you've got weanlings on the ground, as well as you've got mares in that have got a pregnancy inside them. So it gives people an informed decision. We're open from 10 till 2 out there, and anyone that is travelling, and we've recommended staying at the RSL motel. There's a good feed next door. We'll be at the we'll drop in there about 6 o'clock. Put a few drinks on and a few nibbles for those people that do travel. And if you're there, you get the chance to have dinner on your own, or join some of the other people that are travelling to talk about horses or whatever else you want to talk about. Talk about the rugby league for Saturday night.
I'm going to throw you under the bus. Best way to get in touch with people for that? Like, what's the best way to do that?
Mate, I think there's been a link sent to all of our clients to say, look, this is where you can go. But I think Em will also put that up on Facebook, a link to the Wagga Wagga RSL motel, so that we can find that, or even a link on our website. But just gives people an opportunity. If you are coming to town, you might as well stay where other people with similar interests are going to be, if that suits, and where we can meet anyone that does have any questions. We'll be there for a couple of hours on Saturday evening as well. Yep,
and have a bit of fun. So that's they're pretty key. But make sure you're aware of those dates. 9 o'clock Saturday, the sale starts, finishes 6 o'clock. I'll probably do my usual thing. Anyone that watches my feed though must be aware. Facebook and YouTube, they're about 30 to 40 seconds behind. They are not live. If you're watching on my website, it is live, but these ones are not live. So you've got to be aware that there is that delay in that. So I want people to be well and truly aware of that prior to the sale, which I'll reiterate when we're doing the sale, Bardo, as well.
No, very good. No, that's it. And look, mate, you'll see even today there'll be more videos. Every weaning has a video. Greg Gangle's been good enough to go out and help us get that done. So we've got videos. More of those will go up today. But it's just trying to give people time to make informed decisions about what they might like to buy.
Graham Hands, our mate from New Zealand, we meet him just was only about 2 weeks, a long time ago. I'd like to be back there. Yep. He put one good comment in there, Bardo. He goes, up the Maroons. So,
mate, it doesn't matter. It seems to be whether you're if you're a Territorian, a Victorian, or a Kiwi, you seem to hate New South Wales. So we tend to row our own boat, but that's why we're probably going to win another round of State of Origin series, mate. So tell him I welcome that. We'll look forward to enjoying a beer on Sunday night when we win.
he'll respond. Don't worry about that. Quality mares in this draft. Now, Greg Gangle has been doing the videos, and he's uploading those onto YouTube right now for the weanlings. Teaser that I will be releasing an interview with Greg tomorrow evening about those weanlings, because he's been able to. It's one of those unique things that I found as well, Bardo. When you go around and actually video these horses, you get to sort of know them. You know the pedigrees. Everyone can read the pedigrees, but once you video them, you get to really know them. So I'm going to do an interview with Greg. But they're a great draft of weanlings for a start, aren't they?
Yeah, look, they're very well started. Like I say, the Murrumbidgee, it's beautiful red gum country. The horses grow out well. We've enjoyed a really good season, but it's been wet and it's been cold this first start to winter. So they've obviously haired up a bit, but the horses are in good order. They've all been weaned. They've had that first prep, so they've had some that first round of education. And the team there, they do that very well. So you've got horses. And I know Greg said when you're actually doing all that work, you do find your 2 or 3 picks, and I'm sure he'll give you his insight on which ones he likes.
Yep, which will be good. Cambrai, he's had a bit of a look at it. There's, for the New Zealanders, it's interesting that Graham Hands is there, but some of these mares that are in this draft, Bardo, like Lot 21, Neptune's Lady, closely related to the Ultimate Machette's Ultimate Sniper family. So there's a lot of these horses that people are going to say, wow, didn't know that. They're going to start looking up at them, and they're a really current family. That's a lot of these are racing at the minute in New Zealand as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and look, you'll see that influence. There's a number of mares that do have a strong influence back to New Zealand. You've seen a number of these horses that, like I say, they've got horses. Well, they're in there. We've sold some of these yearlings ourselves at this year's series of sales, and you've got weanlings on the ground for next season, and you've got a foal inside. So there's plenty of work you can do to actually do your homework on what families are available.
Lot 31, it's is a half sister to Tintin in America. We all know what a great job he's actually done. But Graham Hand, it's interesting that Graham's on board because lot 38, Better Dreams, is a full to now the West Australian Derby prospect in Street Hawk. Graham will be hoping that he actually wins because Graham owns a share in that horse now, sent it across to the Bonds over there. It's 3 from 3 in Western Australia, and it is aimed at the West Australian Derby. So Better Dreams could all automatically, like you could purchase this mare and then automatically be worth more simply by winning the West Australian Derby with the full to that horse.
Mate, the thing I can probably say, it's probably the one mare I do know because I own a daughter out of a report at Sydney Sale by Fear the Dragon. Robbie Morris has got that filly for me, and he loves it. Very natural gaited horse, sensible horse. There's also in the catalogue you'll see a Sweet Lou out of her as well. And then the mare's preg-tested back in foal. So if there's others out there that want that horse to do well, I can assure you that it's not going to hurt my cause because I did buy a filly that I thought was good prospect, and I liked the type. And then I saw plenty of footage of the mare herself. She was an exceptional mare in WA herself.
It's actually interesting. I like people talking back to me. Alex Hurley tells me she's going to tell me which horses not to talk about because she tries to buy them, and then when I mention them, they reckon it brings attention to them. I had 2 or 3 other people say that just recently at the Winter Woolly sale. Lura, lot 39, Vinky B, a daughter of Vincent, won in New Zealand the other day. That's that same family. Pat's Delight. Lot 48 is the same family as Lazarus. Stars and Stripes, Lights and Sound, plenty of good horses there. One of the ones that a lot of people will be talking about will be Treasure Me. New Zealand royalty, this family, it really is. It's a hard family to get involved in, and there's going to be a lot of interest. You've got a weanling in the sale, but you've also got this mare Treasure Me, and it's just... I don't have to tell anyone. Just go and look at that family. Go into the New Zealand website if you want to really salivate because it's great family. She's going to be a very sought after mare, Treasure Me.
Yeah, look, and the Sweet Lou's, like we said, their stocks have really risen since the sale series, New Zealand and the Australian sale series this season. Again, great pedigree, great mare line on that page. But as you work through, the way we've catalogued the first, I think it's around 14 or 15 lots are your racing age horses. Then we've gone through your brood mares from the oldest mare through to the youngest mare. So as you're getting into these, lot 50s, etc., they're very young mares with a lot of life in front of them, as well as a couple of those ones off the track that might have had uncertain future. You'll see notes on those horses, and make sure you look at those horses' details with regard to their racing prospects. A number of them are sound as a bell, and there's a number that have had some issues, and they've been spelled for that reason. So if you've got queries, ask us that, or come and have a look at those horses on the weekend.
Absolutely, and I wear 2 hats. I always wear more than 2. If I had 3 heads, I'd wear bloody 15 hats. Don't you worry about that.
As long as they gave them to you, mate. As long as they gave them to you.
I don't pay for anything. Don't worry about that. I'm sticking fat with that. Lot 54. Sweet Lou is now at, I think, 22 individual 2-year-old winners here in Australia. So that part, as far as stocks rising with the Sweet Lou, but the other part, the Woodlands constantly tell me the reason they bought Sweet Lou to Australia is it's a complete outcross. So you have that mare, Revere Me is the mum. She's got Better's Delight immediately in that family, so that's a win. But then you can go to any stallion you want. So not only do you get a great pedigree, but you've got the opportunity to be able to send that mare to whoever you want. One of the new up-and-comers, you can go to Art Major, you can go to anyone you like and go there. So it's a really, really good family. That is lot 54. And this is the thing, Bardo. There's 107 lots, I think. Quality sale. You've got to go through this whole catalogue and really delve into it, don't you?
Yeah, look, and look, there's people there, like I say, I think it's really important, the importance of the Yirribee stable of horses, as far as breeding horses and breeding stocks. So those people who are in the industry, we've got to get behind these good mares, make sure we keep them in the industry. But you've also got some great young stock with these weanlings coming through now. Whether that's one to try yourself, or whether it's even people that come and look at pinhooking a young horse that might potentially make a yearling later on. I think there's great opportunity, whichever way you want to go.
And I think that's very, very important. Like you wear a lot of hats. You've got 3 sales next year, and continually growing and changing and everything like that. So to be able to pinhook these horses, put them back through your sale if they like, and go from there, or keep them as a racehorse. I think that's something that people really should keep an eye on. It was prevalent in New Zealand when we were over there. The average was up 4,000 like on the year before, so people are well and truly aware of it. And pinhooking is a great way for young people to turn $1. They only probably have to keep the horses for about 6 months, and hopefully they can turn $1 on them very quickly.
Yeah, and also that group, if you said, look, it's hard to get in and buy going horses or the best end of the yearlings, it's a way of maybe putting a couple in the paddock and a cheaper entry level for people to get into some of these young stock that this time next year are being prepped up. You've got young race horses in the making. All the hard work's been done by Yirribee. They've selected what size in their stable I think suit the mares. You've got the foal on the ground. You can go and pick fillies or colts. You know what you're buying, and I think that's there's nearly 2 years of work already done for you.
And the other part is, Bardo, there's a lot of race horses. We're not going to say tried race horses, because I think I can say, well, I'm going to say it. You'll tell me off later on if I'm not allowed to. But Rod wasn't that keen on putting some of the race horses through, but basically once he announced his sale, people started coming up to him and asking him. So he's decided, well, he'll sell all of those racing stock that he has as well.
Yeah, look, I think the idea is exactly that. There's some that have that have had a prep or they're in track work now. There's others that are on the track, and I've had inquiry from people that do see those, a few of those horses that are currently on the track racing, and that's what Rod said. Look, no, we'll offer them up rather than who do you sell one to. Let the market tell us what they're worth, and they'll be for sale if someone wants to have a crack. So, and I think that's another one, like you say, that you see 2 or 3 horses that are bowling around pretty well. It's like a ready-to-run option for someone. They got the horse on the track next week, isn't it? So
yeah, and I think that's that's key, and I'm sure they can if they want any inquiries about those horses, they can get hold of Rod and ask about where they're at with their racing preps as well. So people might be able to buy a horse and have it on the track in a couple of weeks. So that's also really exciting. Right, mate. We'll quickly just go. So go to the nutrienequine.com.au. To view those, but don't forget the sale dates there at the bottom there. 9 o'clock Saturday the sale starts, finishes on Monday the 27th of June 6 o'clock, but as always 6 o'clock is when it starts to hot up. People are starting to embrace it. A lot of people love it, but they've just got to be aware of it, that once 6 o'clock comes, it counts down for a minute. Then it'll reset after a period of time to 30 seconds. There's nothing untoward. It is all above board. Every now and then it will reset without any bids being happened, because some people drop out. So people say, well, there's nothing happened. So they've got to be aware that it's if a phone drops out or hangs up, that can make a reset as well. So there's quite a few ways that it does actually reset, not just a bid.
Yeah, and I think what's happened too over the past 18 months, 2 years, people have got familiar with our system. It doesn't drop, close off sequentially lot by lot. It allows you, if you're bidding on lot 10 and you get out bids, you can revert back to lot 1 or 2, those earlier lots. And as I've explained that to people, we've found more and more people have taken up on it. Another one, I don't want to mention too many of the weanlings, but you talked about Treasure Me there before, mate. You've got lot 75 is a down by the seaside weanling that's out of that same mare. So I thought, just to mention one, there's a lot of good weanlings there, but there's one again that I see the videos are up on that horse now too. Quite a number of those videos are up.
Now the videos are online, so go to the online catalogue and you'll see where the video icon's there. If there's no video icon, there's no video for those horses, but predominantly Greg's done the weanlings. And don't forget that I will be there Saturday. It'll go onto Campbell's Comments and onto the Nutrien Facebook page, YouTube pages, but it'll also be able to watch. So if you're at the football or whatever from 10 till 2, Greg Gangle will be joining me. You'll be joining me. We might even be able to get Rod to come and join us. I don't know how he'll go with the live show. He may or may not want to come on, but Roger Strong and the guys are there. So Jamie Hogan, they'll always give us some good insight as well into some of these horses.
Yeah, and look, if you know the pedigree or the details, Di's probably as good as anyone. Diane's got all of the information that she's compiled to help us put the sale together. And look, the horses, like I say, you'll be impressed with what you see. We'll have the barbecue out there. I reckon, I don't know how we'll go getting you on the barbie, but we'll organise just a sausage sandwich. There'll be tea or coffee or a cool drink or something, just to for people to enjoy mid-morning till mid-afternoon, and ask plenty of questions. But I think it's a great way for people to, in their own time, look at the horses, and then they've got another week before we bid online.
Campbell's Comments is chaotic enough. Now you want me to cook the barbecue and do the live stream and control the cameras, mate. It could end up anywhere.
Well, mate, I've been told by plenty that I can't do 2 things at once without buggering them up, so I just want to bring you into the same fold as me, mate. People
well and truly know that. But just before I do let you go, winter woolies, terrific results for the people that were able to sell horses. Some of those mares, terrific money, and people are really starting to embrace this concept now, especially the winter woolies. You tried for the 4 seasons. Winter woolies clearly works.
Yeah, look, and I've always said that one of the first words that resonated with me was liquidity. People wanted to be able to move horses on. I think the other thing which a number of vendors did say, look, these horses, I'm putting them on the market now, not because I'm done with them, but they're still residual for someone else to take them forward. And I think that's where I know a few people, we saw, Jamie Lee's post, with one of her favourites leaving the place yesterday. And I think that probably just says that, these horses are, they're valuable, but they're also quite an emotional attachment to a lot of these stables, and a real opportunity. Really pleased with the way it went. More inquiry than ever. We've got new record prices, and the clearance is about what we think. It's about half the horses catalogue did sell, and that seems to be consistent with that market. But we're happy to do what the market needs. I think this sale is another opportunity. I think great opportunity for industry, and we look forward to presenting it over the next couple of weeks.
Yep, and Jackie Gibson and the like selling those mares after the sale. She had a reserve on those horses, but they were able to meet that too. So, a lot of people say, I didn't sell on the sale. Yeah, they didn't, but the deals were done afterwards. The reserves were met, and the horses were moved on, which is terrific.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. It was good to see the interest that we got on from WA as well.
Yes.
I've actually just had a text come in myself, just asking about that barbecue and trying to go to Yirribee. It's on Sunday the 19th, so this Sunday. So we'll be out there. I might have said Saturday. If I did, I apologise. It's Saturday. It's Sunday the 19th of June will be our open day at Yirribee from 10 till 2, and the sale starts on Saturday the following week. So yeah, barbecue will be Sunday lunchtime. Making a mess of it now, aren't I? Sunday lunchtime at night on the 19th, starting from 10 o'clock. If
you go and find this banner, if you're not sure when, Barto's just made an absolute mess of it, you'll see above the red line there, open day, the 19th of June, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock. But as I said, that's when I'll be live streaming as well. But there'll be plenty going on. But to get involved in that barbecue, to get in touch with the guys. But yeah, definitely, this banner will be circulating everywhere. But Sunday, the 19th of June, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And make sure you go there. But that will be recorded as well. So we want everyone to get involved with that. Alex, earlier, if you're wondering what the hat's on, Alex said to me that I need a chef's hat on the comments. But this is as close as I got. But I don't reckon I'm allowed to cook with these hats. Are you allowed to cook when you got one of these hats on?
Mate, you can do whatever you like with one of those hats. It's about time you got a little bit of dirt on it, mate. Look like a real cowboy, mate.
No, mate. Then the wife will think I actually do work. I can't be doing that, mate. It's no good. That's no good for me. Bardo, thank you very much. Anyone who wants to get involved, they can get in touch with Bardo. You can find all of his numbers on the social medias as well going forward. So make sure you do that. Get in touch with the sale. Tune in on Sunday, this Sunday coming, 10 till 2. Please get involved with the questions. I say that that's the best way to do it. I think it's a great way of interacting. You can just type your messages in there. If you know my phone number, you can send me a message, or Bardo's. We can actually answer them directly. But please, if you want to, and within reason, I think if you want to see a horse through the live feed, if you give us enough notice, we might be able to work that around for you as well. If the horses, because we won't be parading all the mares.
It's there for people to come and actually look at the horses. All of the weanlings will be individually boxed.
Yep.
The brood mares and the racing horses, the brood mares will be in groups, maybe of 5 or 6. But we'll have staff on hand to help people find those horses. But if someone that couldn't make it said, look, could you get a particular lot out, then we'll run that past your crew so we can get that filmed as well.
No, definitely indeed. So yeah, plenty that we can do. Matt Day's there he's online as well, watching us. Bardo, Brecky Campbell's Comments Breakfast Show. It's going to be back for a little while too, because Cam Bray, we're going to do the New Zealand show while it's a bit cold and wet too. So trying things differently, which is what Nutrien have encouraged me to do. Bardo, thank you very much, and well done with everything you're doing. Good luck on Sunday night with getting beat again. Hopefully you'll be in a cheery mood Monday, but that's okay. You'll you'll be able to get over that. But thanks for joining me. Thank you for everything you're doing. Don't forget, please, sale commences at 9 o'clock Saturday the 25th of June and finishes at Monday the 27th of June, 6 o'clock through Auctions Plus. Go to all the websites, Nutrien Equine or Auctions Plus with the .com.au at the end of it, or get in touch with the crew at Nutrien and they'll help you and assist you with everything you can do. But it's very, very simple to register now. Just register your intent and go from there. Mark Barton, thanks very much, mate.
No, all good, mate. No worries at all.